Good. This is a real one. Hey, so how's everything been with you?
Uh, to be honest, the last couple of weeks have been a little rough,
Yeah?
but yeah. By the way, today I just got into the residency, India.
No way.
Yeah, I met Hardeep this weekend, Sunday. He was in he was
Congrats,
in
man. That's
yeah
amazing.
he was in New Delhi this weekend. He just got on a flight for Bangalore today, and we met. We did a Socratica here,
Yeah.
and then we just talked, and he said that he might be able to get me into this cohort that's happening from May 15th. So the date for our application was already passed, but yeah, we were able to get it
Yo,
done.
fantastic. That's congrats, man. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
So the residency is in Bangalore?
Yeah, it's in Bangalore.
Okay, yeah. Um I think he showed me a picture. Um
Yeah, I think he also sent a picture of like both of us together to you, right?
I don't know. I have to check. Was that just yesterday?
No, that was
Recently?
Sunday.
Okay.
I told him that I'm building something with you, and I also did a YouTube stream with you. So he was like, "Okay, I gotta send him a selfie."
That's so cool. Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah. He's super cool guy. And he's been
Yeah.
working so hard to make the residency happen.
Hmm.
I really hope that I will be able to come see it. I mean, we
Yeah.
have one in San Francisco too, but yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully I'll be able to come see the other ones
Great.
and do some hacking. So,
Great.
what kind of stuff have you been working on? What kind of stuff have you been coding or learning?
Like, to be honest, not much. Uh,
Mhm.
like the last time we had a YouTube session, pretty much that's it. And then I also like played around with Assembly AI,
Right.
and I added like another quick small module, which which is diarization, which basically adds a speaker, which identifies different speakers and tags. So like if there are a couple of speakers speaking in our audio file, it will tag it as speaker one and speaker two.
Perfect. Now, I think you'll just have to show me because honestly, I've worked on so many projects in the past couple of weeks that
Sure,
my brain is kind of um, overwritten everything.
sure. Let me know if the screen is visible to you.
Yep. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. So, want to just walk me through how it works?
Sure. I mean, do you want me to walk through this?
Yeah, just give me a brief overview of what the code is doing.
All right. So this first line basically integrates Assembly AI with
Hmm.
the Google Colab,
Yeah.
and then we import the I guess the code from Assembly AI or the modules from
Yeah.
Assembly AI,
Yeah.
and then this is the API key.
Hmm.
Uh, then here I'm defining my uh, the audio file and giving it a name, which is file URL, and then not sure like what exactly it is. Maybe I'm assigning a value to a variable, which is transcriber, to
Yeah.
this module, which
Yeah.
basically transcribes
Hmm.
the audio.
Hmm.
And then this one uh, is again like starting a new variable and maybe giving it a uh, maybe instructing it to transcribe the
Yeah.
audio, write it down, and transcript the audio. And then if the status of a transcript is maybe if there is no text, it'll print transcript error, or else it will print the text,
Uh huh.
and it checks if it's all text. This particular thing dot
Yeah.
text, if the transcript is all text.
Uh huh. So yeah, exactly. If there's not an error, what that'll do is if there's no error, then it will print the text.
Yeah, and then Like, I don't know what this means, to be honest.
Okay. It looks like maybe you just have like some of the code is duplicated, because I see the first part of the code is printing the whole text, is transcribing and then putting the whole text up to where you are now. And then
Yeah.
after that, it's transcribing and then printing the individual speakers.
Right. Right.
So it may be possible to simplify this, but let's
Yeah, but
just
I think that's why it's also printing the text like two times. One, it's a simple
yeah.
transcription, and then the diarization.
Yeah, so you're just doing it. You're doing maybe the work of maybe twice, but that's fine.
Right.
Um, Before we do anything else, I want to show you how to use secrets in Colab. But that's fine. You can share your screen.
All right.
And is this the project that you want to work on when you're at the residency?
Probably yes to start with. I'm still thinking about the projects that I can
Sure.
like work on
Yeah,
too.
keep your mind open, and who knows what kind of stuff might come across.
Yeah.
Um, so here, so I want to show you how to use secrets in Collab. This is one of the least obvious things, so that's why I want to show you when you have time. So if you go to like the very left side of the window, and then you see this key icon, yeah, and then you have like the OpenAI key, obviously. Under that, I want you to like add a new secret, and we can name it anything, but I think we want to name it like assembly, for example, like assembly API key. Yeah, and then scrolling up, I want you to take that whole API key and then put it in there. Yes, and then copy the code, those two lines of code that are at the bottom of this pane on the left side, like where it says from Google Colab. Yeah. And then I want you to like paste that above where they give you above where your API key is now. So online, yeah. Now change secret name to exactly, and then replace the API key itself in the code. Yeah, that part. Delete that
So that
whole red string. Keep the line, but just and then delete the quotes. And then put the user data dot get assembly API key in the place of that. Yeah. And you can also delete the user data dot get assembly API key above.
from
Yeah,
here or here?
the first one. The whole line. You can delete the whole line. That was just an example of how to fetch that value. So I think
All
you
right.
probably get what we did just
Yeah.
now.
Right. I
Um,
got it.
it makes sense, but it's not intuitive the first time you do it.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
So like when I read it, I understand it, but like when I have to write it myself, how would I do that?
Um, if you have to figure out how to do this,
Right.
it's not really intuitive. I just show everyone how to do it.
All right. Got it.
Yeah, but now you can do it for your other projects as well.
Mm-hmm.
When I read it, I mean, it's just user data dot get just looks at all of the API keys that you have, and then it will just check if there's one with that name. And yeah, now let's run it again and see if it works. Yeah, so you can grant access. And the nice thing is that, so you have your OpenAI API key there. you can cool, it's working. You can keep that there, and it's accessible to all of your notebooks, but you can just decide which ones can use it. So it's a much safer way to store it.
Got it.
Cool. So what else would you like to do?
I mean, I wrote like basic few features that I want to be a part of this product.
Uh-huh.
So number one was translating Hindi, and like a mix of Hindi and English to English very well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's one. Should I tell the other like a couple of features as well?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
And then second was identifying speaker using audio and visuals if it's possible. So um, for example, like with the diarization that we have done so far, it just tags us as speaker one. I want maybe the program to understand who is the exact speaker and probably name it. For that, we have to feed some data to it, right? I'm not sure how we can do that, but like
Oh,
I want
okay.
to automatically understand who is the speaker. And
Okay. Uh-huh.
and then it was summarizing this whole transcript and creating actionable points because like my context for creating this tool is for to record meetings that happened, right?
Right.
So summarizing it and creating actionable points in detail, and then
Yeah.
also it should be able to export that actionable points and summary to a CRM like ClickUp.
Okay. So 3 features. 1, it has to work well with Hindi. 2, it
Yeah.
should identify the speakers. And 3, it
Mhm.
should summarize key action items.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Starting with the first one, how does this work? How well is it working with Hindi right now?
Right now, I've not even tested it with Hindi.
Okay. Let's is there anything in this code that would make it specific to English? I can check. Maybe we can check the assembly AI.
I think it works well with Hindi and other languages as well. Do you want to share your screen?
I was literally just gonna look on the docs here. I'll show you now. I'll share screen, supported languages here. So just looking under their languages, and interesting. It says they don't have speaker labels. That's
Mhm.
annoying. That's quite annoying for what you want to do, right?
Right.
Because you want to have the speakers labeled for
They don't have summarization as well for Hindi.
sure. I mean, that's something that we could do ourselves using OpenAI
Mhm.
once we get the text. But if we can't get this, but the speaker labels is not something we can add in afterwards.
Right.
Um, and I don't think YouTube transcription does that either, speaker labels. So looks like we might have a small problem there that we need to around. So here, just looking at,
We
entity
don't
type.
have real-time streaming as well. We don't have a lot of stuff for Hindi.
That's crazy. I mean, what is Hindi? One of the most widely spoken languages in the world, right?
Right.
It's pretty popular. It's pretty popular, right?
Yeah.
Um, more so than all of these languages here. I um I think we so we can of course wait for them to add it in, but we probably won't get a like a great response from them telling us when we're going to add it, or we can look at some other options.
Yeah.
So what I do know is that there are a lot of new APIs coming out for this. So maybe that's something that we can just look around for and see if there's.
For example.
So I'm just gonna Google. I've heard of some recently, but I think for now. So let me just check out Replicate real quick. Replicate has generate images, generate speech, fine tune. Replicate speech detection. So Whisper transcribe speech. So Replicate is it's kind of like the website that has the most different models hosted on it. So it's a pretty good source for just checking out. These are all open source models, but the open source ones are getting so good. I thought we might want to look. So here's detected. So here it does detect the language. It's not giving us speakers. Open source transcription model to with speaker detection. So Whisper can do that. Have you ever looked into Whisper or tried Whisper?
I think the last time we worked on this, we used Whisper only.
Yeah. What did we decide about it?
I mean, I don't exactly remember, but we have not like looked over speaker detection or anything the last time, so not really sure.
Yeah, because I remember there was probably a reason why we went to Assembly AI instead, and it could have been the language thing. Could it have
No,
been?
I guess we went with like Whisper only. I went with Whisper only, but like the key got expired, and then I worked on to with
Really?
assembly. That happened.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the Assembly AI one is free for now.
Yeah, it's for free.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Well, maybe we can get. Yeah. Okay. I had a lot of credits last month. Unfortunately, I don't have any more. They all expired, but maybe I can get some from Azure. But it shouldn't be.
Like can we get some like information like they had on Assembly's website with the details for every language? Maybe if we can get some similar data from
For
Whisper.
Whisper?
Yeah.
Good idea. It's not really best here. So this is on their GitHub. This is on the GitHub page for Whisper. And there are 5 model sizes. Okay. From tiny to large. And okay.
What does this even mean? I don't know.
So yeah, I'm trying to figure out myself. So there's there's 5 different sizes, and basically when you choose a size, you're making a trade-off between speed, performance, or how much memory you need on your computer, versus the quality of the model. So this large one is highest quality, that needs 10 gigabytes of RAM to run, and is 32 times slower than the fastest model, which needs 1 gigabytes to RAM, 1 gigabytes of RAM, and this one would be low quality.
Mm-hmm.
So we would just probably try out the medium one, and or something like that. But when they're running it through an API that's large, that's probably going to be using the large one anyways. So that's good. There will be, because it's open source, that means that you can also run it on a site like Replicate instead. So it's just another option. So you can go to Replicate Whisper, and yeah, this is where maybe like pricing, you compare the pricing and the speed as well. Let's see. So which version of Whisper is this? Is this V? Okay. This is large V2 as well. So that's the highest quality version. Okay. So that has, of course, all the languages. And here, they're rating something to do with the language. Which will require me to read a paper to understand what it is. So here, did I show this screen before?
No.
Oh, really? I had the wrong tab open, sorry. So
this one you showed.
Okay, this one. Yeah. So here is a chart where they're showing every language that it supports, and so now there's a V3. There's a large V3 and a large V2. I think the V3 must be quite new, because okay, when was it released? It was released 6 months ago. Okay, so it's not that new, but the latest one that they're providing with API is V2. So I actually don't know why that is. And the same with Replicate. The latest one on Replicate is V2. But when we look here at the source code, there's also a V3. So I'm assuming that the V3 is pretty good. If we look at this chart, which I don't know how to read, we see that the V3 ones have lower score than the V2. So assuming that lower is better. And then Hindi is showing up here. So English is a 9, and Hindi is a 16. So it's about as good as Chinese, whatever that means. It's at least supported. I think what I'm most interested in is how can we get this to work for... Oh, hey Teresa, thanks for joining us. I think what I'm most interested in is how can we get this to work with the speaker labels.
Yep, but like I just checked with ChatGPT. I guess uh, Whisper doesn't get speaker labels. So
It's interesting because the last time you and I worked on this was like a month ago, right?
yep, I guess.
Or more. And I also don't remember that they had speaker labels. But now that I'm looking at
Like
the
I think the reason we went with the open this Whisper was they provided like live streaming, and they can transcribe on the go. That is what we were looking for at that time.
yeah,
But speaker labels was not something that we were even looking for at that time. So
yeah, okay, that's why I don't remember that. And I remember this too actually because we talked about um, that they support live streaming out of the box, and we said we could also do that with Whisper, but we'd have to have some code that would chunk up the audio and then send it
yeah,
one chunk at a time.
right.
It's probably an hour of coding, so it's definitely doable. Um,
Hmm.
if you think that for your requirements you need to have the um, you need to have support for Hindi and speaker labels. So I think probably if we can't do that with Assembly AI, which says it's not supported yet, then let's look and see if OpenAI can do that.
Or maybe we can check if there are any other good models besides Whisper and Assembly AI.
Sure.
Let me do that.
Whisper. Okay, does Whisper support? Did you see anything interesting?
Like I found one. This is called DeepGram,
Yeah.
and they have speech to text and some audio intelligence, but I'm not sure if it solves the problem.
Yeah, DeepGram is also really good. Um, I think what I saw with them is that it's really low latency. Um, and that means that we can have, super fast responses. Although if we're translating a video, then it's probably fine to just do it beforehand as well, or to have a couple seconds delay. So yeah, let's have a. Do they say with DeepGram about the other requirements, like the speaker labels and the languages?
I'm not able to find those as of now. Just checking in.
Yeah, I actually want to play with DeepGram because they have an API for doing like conversational AI.
Yeah.
Here, check this out. So, DeepGram. Okay. So they have this playground here, and I guess you have 60 minutes that you can transcribe for free. Um, they support Whisper, Base, Enhanced, Nova. So they support different models, and then we can try it out. Cool. Do you want to send me like a link of a YouTube video where people are speaking Hindi?
Sure.
I guess with multiple speakers. So I see a lot of options. And I also see one for, they call it diarization, which means just detecting speakers.
All of these that I'm finding are 20, 30 minutes long. I want to find a small, short video.
Yeah. Transcript. I see summarization. Easily convert audio to text.
Damn, seems like nobody's speaking Hindi these days. No videos.
Not on YouTube?
Nah.
It's not.
Like the ones that I'm able to find out are like 20, 30 minutes long, not like a minute or 30-second video.
Oh, really? Yeah, that might be a bit much. So we can also upload a file. We can also upload an audio file. But I think, yeah, definitely having some good examples would be helpful. Another thing we can do is, yeah, so we can upload a file. I mean, let me see if I can find one.
What did it say?
So, I mean, one of my favorite videos in Hindi, but I know one of my favorite videos in Hindi, but it's a song. I don't know if that should work fine.
If you can do a song, you should have told me earlier. I have several Hindi songs.
We could choose, yeah, right? It could just be a music video. Would that work?
I don't
Or do
know.
you think? I don't know if that would work very well with the speaker detection, but we could try.
Sure. Curious to see what Hindi song do you like.
Okay. Let's try it. Copy link address. But you're about to find out. So so I've just pasted it in. Oh, and now I have to run. It's transcribing. So what should we be seeing here? Should it be finished? Yeah. It doesn't look successful to me. Yeah, I got nothing. I got this.
I've sent you a YouTube short. That's in
Okay.
Hindi.
Yeah, let's try that. Because I think this actually didn't work when I tried it. Let's try the one you sent me. Okay. Just this audio. Okay, this seems to be actually doing something now. I wonder why mine didn't work.
Probably music.
Okay. Let's see.
That's just one sentence.
Yeah. Also, my my trial is now down from 60 minutes to 50 minutes. Seems unfair, but okay. Yeah, something didn't completely work.
Mm-hmm.
This is the whole transcript.
And
But
that's just the first line, under like 3 seconds of the video.
maybe I've configured it wrong. So I have summarization. Let me remove the summarization first of all.
You just scroll down and then like there are a few features that you can enable. Let's
Yeah.
see what.
So smart format. That's just formatting. The only thing that I've changed here is diarization, which is supposed to recognize speaker changes.
Mm-hmm.
Run it again without that. And transcript. That's the whole thing. So that didn't really work. Interesting. So it seems like the language change, when it changed languages from English into Hindi, then it broke.
But like it translated the first sentence, right?
Yeah, the first sentence was in English. Oh, interesting. So
No,
and then when the speaker changed into Hindi, it just stopped.
no, even the first sentence was in Hindi. So
Oh, was
from
it?
the at the very start it was Hindi. So it translated the first sentence correct, and then it just broke.
Oh yeah. It was just the first three words were in English. So I thought of something we can try. This is, let me share this again.
Let's say if we are not able to find anything relevant, so which solves our problem. What would be the next step? Do we have to like create our own?
We will find something relevant, I think. If I just think that in a country with how many people are speaking Hindi?
Like, probably like maybe a couple of billion. I don't know.
At least 1.5 billion people, right? Can speak Hindi.
Yeah.
So there has to be such a large need for this. I can't imagine that we would be the first people to make a
Like
model.
I truly like I don't think that we are the first ones who are working on it. I'm sure people would have. There
Yeah.
would be like products out there which support Hindi for sure.
What's that?
Like I'm sure like there would be products out there in the market which
Yeah.
work well with Hindi.
So I had it on Nova. Let's change it to Whisper. Let's change the model to Whisper and let's run it again. Interesting.
Yeah, this would be.
So I actually don't know anything about the Nova model. So let's see if I can just look up. Okay, that model. That's the model that's created by DeepGram. That's their model. But Whisper seems to be working a lot better. So
Seems like Whisper is accurate pretty much.
yeah, and maybe they also have API credits. I'm not sure. Let's try the this, which is the important part. for you.
Yeah, let me find if I'm able to find a video that features two people.
Okay. I mean, it seems to work. It said speaker 0, so we can try it again with one that has more speakers. Try it. Do you have one? I'll use the one I had. See if it run.
Like, do you think if we use Whisper, will it be able to solve, like, work at a commercial level?
I think Whisper is the most. It's one of the most reputable speech transcription models out there. And it seems to, and they're publishing a lot of data about support in various languages, which I like. And it's open source, so those are all good things going for it.
Got it. The file that you use is a song, so I mean,
Yeah, so it wouldn't be perfect,
right.
but
Maybe you can use the YouTube short that I just sent. It's a podcast clip. The two people are speaking, which should work.
yeah. And Whisper also seems to do really well with multiple languages too.
Yeah.
So that's really good. Okay. Okay. What's this one? All right. Speaker 0 and speaker 1. Now, this looks like a mistake here, doesn't it? You see what I'm looking at here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like this part should be here.
Yeah.
Just this. But that's 6 words are in the wrong spot, but otherwise it's like 90% accurate. This is
Right.
also
Maybe we can not sure if I'm saying it correct, but maybe we can have a prompt which checks the transcript and fixes it
Sure.
wherever it's possible.
Sure. Yeah. I think something like this would be easy to fix. Yeah, if it's this obvious, then you can fix it in a very simple way. But it seems to be mostly accurate. I like this. So to summarize what I've learned just now, I think speech transcription we want to support Hindi, support multiple speakers, support summarization, label. I'll just say label speakers. And we have Assembly AI. We have DeepGram plus Nova, DeepGram plus Whisper, and then we also have open AI plus Whisper. So here, I think it's not open source. I'm not sure. It doesn't support labeling Hindi speakers. Deepgram plus Nova stopped after the first sentence. I don't know why. Works with Hindi and multiple speakers. Small error in speaker labeling. And this one, we haven't tried it yet.
Yep.
But it uses Whisper Large. I think it uses Whisper Large V2 instead of Whisper Medium. I'm not sure which version. Whether it's called Whisper. The one Deepgram is using is called Whisper Cloud. So I don't know what that is. But it does use a different version, so possibly could be even better quality. Something to check. But already this is pretty good. You can check the pricing if we want to.
Mhm.
Share this tab. Okay. Up to 100 concurrent requests. Up to 2 concurrent requests. So free $200 of credit, no credit card required. That's cool. All right, that should give you something to start with. And we're using Whisper. Oh, I guess we can choose. I think the playground was using medium. Want to use large? Yeah. It's only like 50. Yeah, it's just a little bit more. Like 10-20% more cost if we use large. So this out of $200 is $200. Oops. It should be about that's all. Is this seconds? This is minutes. This is per minute. That's a lot. Okay. This is in speech to text. So speech to text. So yeah, I'm looking for a code sample. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good option, don't you think?
Yeah. Definitely.
So what do you think you'd like to do going forward?
I think we can like work with Deepgram as well. Maybe we can also explore some other options if they're out there. We had just checked one, right? So maybe
Yeah,
we can do a quick research. I can see if there are any other similar things that are available out there, and maybe we
sure.
can test those. And yep, I think the next step would be to like to able to get to translate this Hindi and English, a mix of both, very well, and then add speaker labels. So that would, I think, solve me like a major problem already. And then we can work on prompts which summarizes and brings out actionable points out of it.
Yeah, that sounds great. And we can have like a list of a few YouTube videos which are like great test cases
Yeah,
for what we're building. I think that's really important to have, 5 to 10 great test cases.
sure.
And I mean, that even makes a great blog post, if you say like, yo,
Yeah,
I wanted to find the best model that would work for transcribing Hindi. Why isn't anyone looking into this? Why isn't anyone writing about this? This is pretty important topic. So yeah, we could do like some evaluation like
I
that.
think I should also do a quick research, and there must be tools out there which are supporting Hindi well.
Sure. I bet it's a lot of tools that are using these existing. I bet there's probably a lot of tools using a small amount of models. Like as we saw, even DeepGram is reusing OpenAI's models.
Yeah,
They're pretty expensive to create. But yeah, that's great. Do you want to yeah, do that, and then we can do another session
yeah,
once you
100%.
kind of check that. Awesome, man.
Yeah, 100%. We can do that, sure.
Nice.
And this time I'll probably schedule this early. Will not put a gap of a month so that we can just ball rolling.
That's fine. I mean, I have the old video, so I can go back and watch if I need to remember something.
That's why we need a good transcriptor which keeps the conversations alive. That's the problem that we are solving.
I actually would love to have that for all of my videos.
Yeah.
For myself, so that would be great. When are you moving to Bangalore?
I don't know. I just had a conversation with Hardeep a couple of hours ago only. So I have to check. I'm also like doing a job here in New Delhi, so I have to deal with that as well. I'll see how it goes.
How far away is it? It's pretty
Like I'm
far.
living in, I'm living in New Delhi, which is in the north, and Bangalore is towards the south.
Okay, so will you fly to get there?
Yeah, I have to fly.
Cool.
It's a couple of thousand of kilometers, so pretty far.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a few hours flight.
Yeah,
Okay.
towards
Cool.
the other end of the country.
Yeah, I'm flying a couple thousand kilometers tomorrow. So and that's
cool.
from Texas to Massachusetts. So that's pretty far.
Yeah.
Maybe similar distance.
That's great.
Cool. Well, I hope that you can move in. Hope that you can move into the house soon.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome, man. And we can do some. Well, maybe we can do some hacking with some of the group of guys at the house.
For sure, we'll do that.
All right. Keep me updated.
Sure. Thank you. See
Talk to you later.